So by now you probably know that strength training is one of the best things you can do to both lose fat and to lose weight. However, today I'm going to go into 3 ways that you can actually maximize your strength training to burn even more fat. You may think some of these are a little different than what you've heard, so definitely stick around for that. But before we get into that, my name is Tiffany, certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. And this is Snatch Chat. So the point of this channel is to help you lose fat, but not your mind. Okay? So if you find this information useful, make sure you give the video a like and also subscribe to the channel. Last but not least, you can go to the description and you can get a Snatch starter kit. It's a kit that I put together just for you, completely free, and it gives a few workouts, some nutrition insights, and also some mental habit stuff. Okay, so got all that out of the way. So let's go ahead and get into the topic. So I'm going over the 3 ways that you can maximize your strength training. Okay, this happens to coincide with me last week releasing my 4-week Snatch Plan. So in doing that, it kind of made me think about what I could do for some new content, and I thought about strength training, of course, because I was already releasing the program, and I was thinking, you know, I haven't done a video on actually like how you can maximize your strength training the best way. So that's what I'm doing. You can also check out the description, you know, shameless plug. I put the program down there. It's really bomb.com. So you know, go check that out and see if it's something that you would like to do. But getting back to the actual subject, my cat's acting crazy. So if you see me doing any side jots with my eye or anything, that is exactly what I'm looking at. But she just jumped on top of this thing that I'm in front of right now. So I think we're good. Anyway, so let me just first start with a very simple, like, get it out of the way statement about cardio and strength training. So this video is going to focus on strength training and how you can maximize strength training. I will put the caveat in though that cardio is also very important when it comes to losing weight. The difference is that cardio helps you lose a lot of calories in the here and now, and then strength training actually sets your body up to where you can burn more calories all the time. And that's whether you're doing cardio or you're actually resting, okay? So I do want to go ahead and say that they work together as a team, and that's the best way. And also strength training is what's going to give you that form and that toning that you probably have in your head. Okay, so just wanted to get that out of the way. But I will get into the 3 things now. So the very first one is to focus on muscle groups when you are doing your training. Okay, so this is kind of a little sneak way, and the reason it helps with actually burning more fat is that it kind of gives you more work, and it's harder to do. So when you do a full body routine, if you think about it, you're dividing all of your energy and, you know, strength and all the stuff it takes to actually get the workout done between all of your body parts, right? So your legs are getting some of the work, your chest, your arms, your back, like your core, of course. So you're really just focusing on your whole body. Nothing wrong with that. I do full body routines as well. But even when I do full body, I like to pay attention to muscle groups. So this is how I structure all of my workouts for my clients. I call it, so I named it push, pull, leg, and core. So those are the 4 categories that I use, and I will use certain days to focus on muscles. So a lot of people will do upper body or lower body workouts, or they just do a whole bunch of full body workouts. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean that you won't burn calories or, you know, tone. It's just that when you do it and you focus on one muscle group, it makes sense if you think about it that you're going to have to put more bearing and more energy into that one group. So you're going to get a little bit more strength and a little bit more work out of your specific muscle groups. And if you do that throughout the week, you're just kind of targeting and you're getting more bang for your buck, is the way I like to look at it. Okay, So that's one very small way, and it's actually a way that I think is great. Another reason that is really good is that it gives your body what I call body shock. So when you're doing the same routines all the time, or you're doing the same structure, your body can get kind of used to it. But if you are switching it up, your body might be surprised and not know what's going on. So for me, I like to rotate even the combinations of the muscle groups, even when I am doing full body. So, you know, one week it'll be like legs with back and core, and then another time, maybe 2 weeks later, I will have, you know, shoulders with legs or something like that. So that is the very first way, and it's a really good way to shift your routines and to get a little bit more fat burn. Okay. Number two is completely underrated, but that is stretching and massage. Okay, so I see it all the time, and I've actually brought this up in a whole video by itself, actually, about the need for stretching and massage. Mostly stretching because it's the easiest to get done right after a workout, but a lot of people neglect the actual replenishing and the rest of working out. And the reason is because people get very hung up on doing the actual work, right? So everybody wants to, you know, feel like they're getting that work and want the sweat and all of that. So, and usually when it's time to wind down and you've done all this work, it's kind of like you don't feel like even doing anything else. So a lot of times people won't stretch after the routine. Okay? Stop doing that. Flat out stop doing that, because when you are not taking care of your muscles, okay, you are making it harder for them to perform every single time down the road. So I call it the concept of tear and repair. So when you are doing strength training, you are tearing your muscles. That is literally what you're doing. If there was a, you know, x-ray being done showing what's happening to your muscles, you will see that that is actually what you are doing when you are doing strength training. So you have to repair that, okay? And there's only a couple ways to do it. You can do it through stretching, or you can do it through protein, or you can do it through water and other like means like that. But the direct one right after your workout that you really need, other than protein, and I'll do nutrition separately. I'm going to do a video for nutrition separately, okay, with the same concept like the top three, but I'll get to that. But the only thing you can do physically, okay, right away to help restore your muscles is to do stretching. Okay, so you should be stretching at least 5 minutes after every single routine. Okay, and then there's some, you know, research and conflict on what kind of stretching. So most people like to do dynamic stretches where they just kind of hold for 30 seconds and target the muscle group that is being worked. A lot of people argue that dynamic stretching is better, which means that you're like holding the stretch for like 5 seconds, releasing, and then, you know, holding again, then releasing, and doing several reps of that. Regardless which one you fall into, I like both. Okay, so I use both, you know, at different times. No matter where you fall on that, though, you need to be stretching after your routines. Okay? And then the very last one is definitely a game changer. This is how I structure all of my workouts, and I make sure that I even do this with my cardio because it can go both ways. And that is to include interval training into your routines, okay? So when most people think of interval training, they think about HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, where they're doing like full body, which I've already kind of talked about that with the muscle group. So they'll do full body, and they'll be doing all these like, you know, cardio like exercises the whole way through, okay? That's great. It's actually way better than a lot of other kinds of exercise. And if you're doing full body, I would actually say that's one of the better ways. But what I like to do is to include some of those cardio-like exercises into my actual strength routine. So I actually like to do full strength training and then infuse an interval. And it's usually only one interval though, one type of exercise in the middle of the routines. And it's not between every exercise. So for instance, it might be like, a chest exercise, a shoulder exercise, maybe a tricep exercise, and then the fourth exercise will be an interval, something like mountain climbers or jumping jacks, something that is a very high intensity kind of movement, and I will do that for like 30 seconds, and then I'll do another set of strength routines or exercises, and then I will end with an interval. And I usually do circuit training, which means you're doing all the exercises in a row. So that is a way to get intervals in. With cardio, we're not talking about cardio today, but I also like this tactic with cardio. So instead of steady state and just running for the whole time, my favorite cardio is to walk and then run for a short amount of time, and then walk again, and then run, and back and forth. And then I decide what kind of work I want. So if I want more intensity, I will run for the longer part, then walk for the shorter part, and then run again. If I want a little less strain, or I need like a little bit of more rest, I will do the walking for the long haul and then just jog for like a very short time, just to get my heart rate back up and to get it back down. So the whole point of intervals is to get your heart rate up, come back down, heart rate up, and come back down. Okay, so those are my 3 tips. Again, they were to get some strength training in where you're targeting different muscles. The second one was to restore your muscles and to get some rest by stretching and getting some massage. And then the last one is to infuse some interval training. Okay, so hopefully you found this very helpful. Like I said, definitely check out the description, get your Snatch starter kit. Also, definitely check out the Snatch Plan 4-week program. It's a really great program. I put a lot of love into it. You get full-length exercises, so all of my routines are 35 to 45 minutes max. And then I also put in some 10-minute workouts because I kind of cater to busy women. So I know that that's a big thing. I have some great stretch videos in there, which is what we talked about today. I have circuits and some, cardio and HIIT videos. So it's a well-rounded program. And you also get some documents on nutrition and setting goals and the best way to, figure out your goals and to, weight and all that stuff. So I'm really proud of it. So I'm giving it a little talk time in this video. So hopefully you'll check that out as well. Till next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.